got the wrong memo, look, it's a falconry centre. Yeah, you're really walking the wrong way, guys. Go back to the orchard. Because, yeah, Zeus will probably eat you. Silly sausages. So these guys have been spending months now just living in the orchard in front of the wildlife menagerie, which is absolutely brilliant. They fit well. Although not originally a British species, the pheasant, and a lot of people don't actually know that. Look at Zeus, he's like, oh. Yeah, clear off. No, Zeus, they're not your menu. Well, one-eyed Neil, he's 3 years old. I mean, and I can't believe that guy's still going. He's an ancient elderly rat. Still got a girl in there with him. They'd never breed, so they've all stayed together. But it's time to introduce some fresh rats to the colony, as we're down to 2. So we've got here some rather frightened and worried looking little darlings. Let's get some of them out and see what they're like. Because remember, we only want the brown and the black ones really. So I like them to look really wild. So tame fancy rats, but only in the black and brown. So off they go. Let's see what they make. He's even got Dumbo ears, that one, look at him. Rats are just the most loveliest things. If I was putting my hand in here now to unhandled hamsters, I'd have one on every finger. Not so with rats. They are just darlings. The best pet you could get your kid, without a doubt, are tame rats. They really are something special. Super intelligent, super sociable. Oh, I can hear rain. Let's see what they make of it. Hello, welcome back to the vlog. Running a falconry business. Oh, the romance, the passion. They're going to the cash and carry to get all the supplies. I don't know. Sometimes I think if you just work for someone else and get to do some of the fun stuff, it can be a lot more charming indeed. But for sure, time to load the van. There we go, getting nagged already. Enjoy the rest of the vlog. So something different, something people don't see. They don't have them at schools anymore, these frog spawn and tadpoles, let alone everything else. So in the British Wildlife Centre here at Icarus Falconry Holdenby House, one thing we're really pushing is British wildlife. If you come to any of our talks, you'll know that that's something I'm really passionate about. I love my tropical stuff, I love my tropical snakes and everything else. British wildlife is where it has to be for us British people. So 4 barrels, just trying to tidy it up a little bit more rustic. And we're going to have a little bit of frog spawn in this one, a little bit of toad spawn in that one, both captive bred here. And the thing is, most people, and I'm going to let you into a secret, even Jackie just said, I didn't know there was a difference between frog spawn and toad spawn. So the spawn is completely different. A clump of frog spawn, a string of toad spawn, and the tadpoles too are different. So we're going to leave a few tadpoles in each one to grow on through the summer so people can see what they are, difference with frogs and toads. And we're going to have newt eggs in the next one so we can watch some baby great crested newts, captive bred, legally held newts, watch those develop. Low level, because I want the kids to see these things. And then I've got some yearling newts, great crested newts that are in an aquatic stage, which will be in the end one, as well as our adults. So some British amphibians from start to finish. How cool is that? People can come and see them, kids especially. Bring your 2-year-old, let them look at these tadpoles. Kids I meet at schools now, they don't know what tadpoles are, and that is a very sad state to be in. When you've watched the vlog, get off your screens, take those kids outside. That's a bit weird. I thought all my slow worms had been killed off last year by vermin that got in the winter. Not the one just gone, the winter before. I saw this dark one only and it was chewed to pieces. And then it vanished and I never saw another slow worm for the whole summer, autumn at all, until now. I know it's the same one because it's the only one I had that's so very dark. It looks absolutely crisp. I've now got a vague hope there's more in there, but I don't think there are. I need to take it all to bits. and see what's what. Time to go away, not leaving its great behind. So the art gallery type thing here at Icarus has so much to offer for our experience day guests and even our weekend visitors, of course. So we've got all kinds of things, but we've got so much of this is actual art made in really Northamptonshire. Now Jackie's going to talk me through. I believe these were made.
Yeah, by a local lady, and they're from a craft fair.
Look at these. So these really go with Roxy the Fox. And look at the price of these. It's just ridiculous. That's such beauty. And then we've got over here, let's just have a look at crochet.
So Emily, our falconer here, her mum is a big crocheter, and she's used recycling jars, and you can put tea lights in there or whatever you like in there. That's.
And then of course we've got Emily's paintings and prints, which are absolutely amazing.
Traffic.
So these are, look at some of this, different mediums of paint as well. Still the best tattoo ever. Look at that, different mediums. These little bookmarks she does. Look at these are all from Emily. Savoury chaffinch. Just absolutely. And obviously we're not doing this any justice at all like this. And then what have we got here, Jackie?
So Joe Askew, our head falconer, her partner, has made these bracelets.
A fiance.
Fiance now, fiance.
All handmade. It's all handmade stuff in local stuff.
So £1 from each of these bracelets go towards our charities, so Project Lugger and the Vulture Awareness. Everything's priced up individually in here, and it's all reasonable.
My friend Adam makes these lovely clocks. Have a look at these. Check him out. Check these guys out on social. But look at the, you know, I'm not being funny. These are just, you know, I wouldn't even want to make it for that. Absolutely amazing. And these ones, you've seen these before, but not at this price. So these, great for your garden on garden posts. They naturally oxidise and go to that reddish brown rust colour in your garden. You think about what design you want, and he'll knock one up. He'll make it for you. Oh, Jackie's just pointed my time slot has arrived, so we're going to go meet a head job. More crochet for Emily's mum. And Emily's dad is a fantastic stick maker. It's all here for you at silly prices. Local made artwork. Where are my employees here? The living lawnmowers are hard at work. Bear in mind, if you're going to keep a sulcata tortoise, you really need a lot of grass. They are a grazer. They eat all sorts, but they really need to graze. Look at them go. All day long as well. And just quickly, look at the bug hotel that Roy made, and then Sue planted the roof. So it's got a living roof that Roy designed in there. Little stone crops and various sedums. Really taken in there. It really is the poshest bug hotel in the world.
It's making it really thin and muddy. So all here was completely bald with no wood chip.
Yeah, we didn't refresh this in the spring. Well, before we opened.
Yeah, but it's all stuff, kind of, it's nice though, because it means that people are really taking the time. You're getting the football in the telly.
Yeah, having a look.
Have a look.
So I said in a show yesterday that Jack and I really were just like the janitors of the Falconry Centre. And here we are. Jackie's just been off in the van with a wheelbarrow in the back of the van to get some from the estate wood chip pile just to quickly patch up a muddy spot. And so it goes on. I've just been fixing things, and it really is constant when you've got this sort of place. it's constant maintenance if you want it to stay looking good and being really nice for the public. I'll just show you really quickly down here. So the Vibrine snake's doing fantastically well. It's not even sunny and there's one out. There was a couple out earlier when the sun was out, first thing. But Sue again, she's been out here overplanting. So this is the sunny insect. This is a really sunny water insect area. Lots of natural British plants, but overplanted or underpinned or whatever, interspersed with other stuff. We've got field scabious, we've got evening primrose, we've got other plants as well. We've got some giant alliums. It looks like a slug's been at them all night long, so it didn't look like that yesterday. And she's cleared all the nettles yesterday from here, so we're going to level this off. Look, it's there now. Honestly, it's the same one. I'm gonna level this bit off and just put a freestanding 8x8 enclosure, not into the ground, just freestanding with a base if you like, and that's going to have the European glass lizards in it this summer, so it'll be glazed all the way around, probably with acrylic, and at least half the roof to hold the heat in there. But that's what that area is going to be for. So Sue was here all day yesterday, planting more foxgloves and other plants in the wildlife area around about the Woodland garden, and to be honest, she spent most of the day. Look at these campions. This place is going to be stunning. Oh, I love these oxeye daisies, more comfrey. This place is going to be stunning in the next few weeks for sure. It really is coming along. The nettles are all part of it, but she spent nearly the whole day yesterday pulling out nettles from the butterfly wall walk where the reptile enclosures are. Just a little bit of life starting to come in. The plants are just starting to grow up. Seen some newts. Haven't seen any great crested newts, but I haven't lamped it at night. There's smooth newts in here. Great crested newts everywhere. We keep finding them, but I think they're mostly in the main lake, not in my little tiny woodland pond. They do like it deeper as well. But all coming along. But have a look. I've ummed and ahed about this. So here's my junk pile. And the junk pile is actually, helps me, is actually, well, do you know what? You can guess what that animal is. Over here, I've had a good sort out. I was going to move this enclosure and clad it at the front, put it in public view, not just for my pleasure. But do you know what? I'm going to leave it. It's so nice and matured. Love the wood anemones. Look at these. Lovely woodland early spring flower in the English countryside. Having seen my pool frogs are still okay in the sunshine, they were out, and a slow worm in there, I'm just going to leave this and build something else for the public to see. It's kind of matured. I've sort of made a bit of an effort to reinstate it. So yeah, see what we see. But anyway, enjoy the rest of the vlog. Get yourselves outside. So finding reptiles in the UK, depends where you live, but it's not easy really for most of us. We don't have many species and they're not that easy to find in general. But go outside and look at other stuff. Get your kids, I know I bag on about it, get your kids lifting up rocks and bits of wood in the countryside. It's all for free. Make sure they put them back, get them pond dipping, because if you don't find reptiles, you're going to find so much stuff. And if you're not finding toads and newts under there, you're going to find so many invertebrates. The weird and the wonderful world of mini beasts is so free to do. It's just get them off the screens, guys. Get them out there, because all of this is better for anyone's headspace than being glued to a screen 24/7. You can do it. No way. Look at that beastie. Male brimstone butterfly, that's a nice sign. It's like we've gone back in time. Half expecting to see Isaac Walton with a fishing rod. might call idyllic. These, for those that don't know, are badger latrines. Little digging spots that they fill with their smelly poo to mark boundaries and such like and so forth. So I was putting on or doing or carrying out a wildlife talk yesterday, and one of the things I often say is when I was a kid, hedgehogs were common, and one reason we knew they were common, there were less cars on the road than today, but in the summer the roads where I lived were covered in flattened hedgehogs, highway pizzas. They were covered in them. Nowadays, last year I saw one road casualty hedgehog, but how things have changed, because now there's no control on the badgers at all. That population has really exploded, and just on the way here, about just under an hour's drive, I saw badgers into double figures run over on the road. They are super numerous wee beasties indeed, and often roadkill gives you some idea of what animals are living where. Anyway, we're back on track after walking on that beautiful private pond area, lake. Let's go and see what we can see up in the woods. Look at this poor old thing. So this would have hibernated, spent months and months hibernating. And look how old and tatty it is. It can hardly fly, I'm not going to touch it. But what a sort of expiry date past peacock butterfly. Survived the hibernation. Worn out, probably been well mauled by a bird or something, looking at the lack of the eye spot area on his other wing. We'll leave him to sun himself for his last days, minutes or hours. Can't even get airborne, not enough left of his wings. Fleeting glimpse of beauty. That's you and me. We just measure it on a slightly longer time scale. There he goes. Oh, he's airborne, look at him. He's going, he's in the wind, look at him go. Do what that thing's doing, guys. Look at it now. Wildlife does last. It's going away quick for all of us. That looks kind of barn owly. Have a look at these funny humps. Look at that. So they're anthills. They can be literally decades and decades old. They can become a micro habitat for all kinds of unusual plants and invertebrates and other animals. Literally can be decades old. Rabbits will mark their territories by pooing on them, adding fertilizer. Quite a rare and unusual grassland habitat that doesn't look much to us, but it's incredibly important to lots of wildlife. If you're an anteater, this is the place. You might remember on a recent vlog, Kyle found he was asked to get down a red kite that was flying on one of these things. Now that is a electricity transformer box taking electric to a farm or a small holding or a remote house. And if you look at the 3 poles on there, they're not far apart, and the flat top of that box is just a magnet for big birds of prey to sit on and have a lookout point. Especially if they've got wet wings, they've only got to touch 2 of those poles and they are fried. Why don't we find lots of them underneath? Because foxes patrol them on a nightly basis to pick up any carcasses for free. But really bad news, especially in my case, if you're a falconer, you just can't risk flying a bird near that. They'll land on it and cook themselves. So you might be thinking, where's Jackie? Well, I have to say, when we do get any time off, we do try and spend it together. She's got bits to do today, hence why I'm out today. That's a fib. It was the first warm day forecast for a bit. Asthma again. Where's Jackie? She's doing stuff. She loves the countryside. She loves walking in the countryside. She loves the beauty of nature like this. Just the simplicity of a woodland primrose. But my God, does she get bored if I keep stopping to flick rocks and bits of wood to look for critters. So best she's not here, or she'll be about a mile ahead of me anyway. I'm gonna have a puff on my puffer. Enjoy the rest of the video. Come on. The wood woodland butterfly. Beautiful. Great seeing so many butterflies so early on. Violets are a blooming nuisance in your garden sometimes as a weed, but isn't that just exquisite? Sometimes you just got to stop and remember the small and the common can be stunning. I hope I get this on film before I lose it. Wood anemones, look at those. Really beautiful. Just a beautiful woodland floor, early spring flower. Over there, a glimmer of the bluebells that are to come. Finally got our selfie point installed for you guys. Look at that. And then look at that. Haven't got long to see this glorious blossom. Get and see us while you can. Absolutely stunning. Well, look at that, the blossoms out, just like that, a sunny day or two. Beautiful, beautiful entrance to the Falconry Centre. A rudder swimming in the pond, the bees are buzzing above and the wind's blowing, but it's lovely and sunny and warm. Hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog. Check out those reptile videos, check out the Falconry video, check out the playlist, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.